Cool. Rami Malek. This movie's about... Let me think. What's up? This movie is... That's the save. What's up? Welcome one.
Welcome
all
review.
to this episode of Eli Reviews Some Bullshit.
That's it? Like even like for a Star Wars?
Welcome to Eli Reviews some fucking bullshit. We had a Hellfest today. Shit was hell. Okay, I'm trying to think how do I start this bitch, you know?
Literally, I can talk for a while.
Alright, good call. Ed Helms.
What about it?
I don't fucking know.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, leads us into our next topic.
Are you ready? Here, look more engaged. Yeah.
How more engaged can you get?
You can get quite a bit more engaged.
Okay.
Welcome. This is Phantom Review. Or just a review. I don't know why Phantom Review is a thing, but anyways, we saw Hellfest. It's a movie about a traveling horror night. Apparently, there is a girl who was killed at that park, and apparently it's still going, so that's kind of odd. But, you know, we have a new group of young adults, not teenage. Well, they might be teenagers, but I think they're in their 20s.
Yeah, 20s.
They go to this Hellfest, and I guess the killer, he's ready to come back for some more. So, let's just jump right in. So this movie feels a lot like an appetizer for Halloween. The Halloween movie, the new one coming out.
Yeah.
I haven't heard of the director before, but he seems like he definitely has a thing for Halloween. Who doesn't? It's my favorite horror movie of all time. But this story follows a lot of similar beats and similar patterns, I guess. What do you think overall?
I mean, I really liked how it looked. I mean, initially walking into this movie, you know, we were talking about the potential, the idea of, you know, how cool this movie was. I mean, we saw the trailer.
Premise.
Yeah, the premise.
I like the premise a lot.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot you can play with when you go into this horror park.
Yeah.
And they definitely nailed the aesthetic of a great horror park.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say, for a lot of the movie, I did feel like I was just watching like a vlog from Halloween Horror Nights, which I guess maybe is the point. But I think they spend way too much time inside of these haunted houses, and I feel like they don't really build this killer enough.
Yeah.
They don't follow him enough. And sort of a lot of the ways he pops up don't really make sense to me.
Mm-hmm. And the director.
The director, he did Paranormal 5, and he's edited all the Paranormal films beside the first. But one thing I want to touch on is the acting is definitely subpar. Yeah. And it's a horror movie. I'm not expecting Daniel Day-Lewis in here, but it's just not even... None of the characters are given what they need to make me care about them. And I think that horror really suffers when you don't care about the characters. With that, I also think that the main girl in this film, she doesn't give us enough. And it seems like every other actor in this movie overacts. Yeah. I mean, extremely overacts.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's the direction. Maybe that's... the script was pretty horrendous. I felt insulted to be in the age range of people using this kind of language. Yeah. And it made me feel dumb, to be honest. There's a little too much exposition for me. Yeah. Yeah. But what is the scene? The scene that I think stands out to me the most is, and this isn't spoiling anything, it's in the trailer, but there's a scene where one of the girls is sitting in the cart. Oh, yeah. And the ride halts. Yeah. And you have this, you know, this guy, this figure that's sort of in the flashing light, and he just keeps getting closer and closer. Yeah. And that kind of thing, I really like stuff like that. I think some of the imagery was great. Yeah. It was shot pretty well. Yeah. They did have some really good tracking shots that are similar to Halloween, but I don't think that that's enough for me to recommend that someone sees this movie.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly cannot
I can't recommend it.
You could wait, you could see it.
You wait a couple weeks. What, 1 week?
Yeah, because it's
Halloween.
Yeah,
this is if you really want a horror movie, you want to kick off the season, go see it. I don't think it's going to.
Appetizer is a really good word.
It is an appetizer.
Appetizer.
It's a Halloween appetizer. If this is like the warm up, it's the little pick me up before you go to the real thing.
Yeah.
It's sort of like, someone really wants to go to Six Flags. It's like, wait, let's see if you like roller coasters first. I'm gonna take you to Storyland. But yeah. So Hellfest, what do you what's your overall takeaway, and then what do you give it out of 10?
My overall takeaway is just be prepared for the dialogue. That was the one major thing.
I will say the scares, they mainly rely on these like haunted house kind of quick jump scares that just keep coming. There's a lot of them. If you're not into jump scares, this probably isn't for you.
True. Yeah.
But I do think that if you're into slashers, it's not a terrible time at the movies. Maybe go check it out. I'm probably gonna give it a 3 out of 10.
Ooh, okay. On a scale of 10.
Scale of 10, yeah. I think I'm giving it a 3. There's not much that I can take away positively from it.
Yeah.
And there's nothing that memorable.
Yeah.
So for me, 3 out of 10.
I'd go 2. One for the girl.
Yeah.
She
was okay.
Yeah, and then
she was all right.
And then the second one was probably for the aesthetics. It was just like there were some nice shots in there.
Yeah.
And the colors, I liked.
The color palette was really well done.
Yeah.
It didn't seem like, a lot of, I don't want to get too into it, but a lot of horror has this like blue film over it. It seems like, not really a fan of that. But so yeah, Hellfest just came out today.
Yeah.
If you love horror, give it a shot.